Hey everybody, this is New England Air Gunner here. I wanted to put together a video about. I get a lot of questions on my channel about the different IR scopes and accessories that I use during my hunting and ratting videos. So I figured I'd throw together a quick video on my go-to unit, which is the PARD NV007. I've been using this unit for a little over a year, pretty much every week, if not twice a week, over the past year. So I've gotten to run this thing through its paces. I'm comfortable talking about the pros and cons that the unit has. I have used it as my primary go-to. I do also have a couple other types of IR night vision scopes and attachments that I've used as well, and I'm going to do separate videos describing the pros and cons on those, and then maybe we'll do a comparison, side-by-side comparison video in the end, comparing the three different units. So things that I like about the NV 007 is, first, it's small and it's lightweight. The unit is about the size of a small camera. It doesn't add a tremendous amount of weight to the rifle, doesn't throw the balance of the rifle off when you attach it, and that's the first thing that you'll notice compared to some of the other units is the size and the weight. The other thing is, number two, is you can use it on any rifle with a scope on it. So it comes with a universal adapter from, I don't remember the millimeter size, but it's in the most common size for most of the scopes that are out there. The unit itself is all self-contained, so it will function without an additional infrared torch. That has a built-in one that is adjustable for beam intensity. So you can literally attach this to the scope, throw a battery in it, and get your focuses set up, and you've got night vision capabilities. It does also do, in addition to the nighttime IR stuff, it will record color daytime video, and it does record audio on both settings, nighttime and daytime. The battery is removable and rechargeable. So what I usually will do, I will throw 2 or 3 batteries in my pocket, and if I need to change it out during a long nighttime session, it's easily, boom, unscrew it, screw it into one. Another nice feature of this is you can use it as a spotting scope. So it does have a digital zoom function, and you can use it as like a monocular through off of the rifle itself, which is pretty cool. Not many of the other night vision scopes or add-ons you can use as a standalone, so that's nice. Some of the negative features about these units is the infrared. If you use the onboard infrared that comes with the PARD unit, it really hurts the battery life. Probably kills it 4 times quicker if you're using the onboard infrared. I personally use an add-on. I used an add-on torch. I use a Hog Sniper add-on light for mine, so that way I don't have to worry about the recording feature. It'll run all night for off the battery without using the built-in torch. The charging and data transfer connection on these units, I know there was some talk on some of the forums about guys actually having when they were charging the PARD through their data cables, that it gets really, really hot, and I think some of them actually have melted and wrecked the unit. So I don't charge my battery through the cable. I charge the battery separate in a battery charger instead of putting that kind of amperage through a small cable. I don't use the cable at all, to be honest with you. I don't transfer data. I pull the card out and I put the card in a reader. So I know that it's pretty fragile. It's like the old style cell phone connection. I'm not sure the cable that they use, but it's fragile. It's definitely not something you want to use a lot. The guy that I go ratting with, he has used his cable extensively, and it did actually wear the connection port out on his unit. The digital zoom on these units is fair, as I think with most digital zooms. It's not a true magnification like a traditional optic would have. So the greater the zoom digitally, the more pixelated the image becomes. I wouldn't say that the digital zoom is something that I use very often. So when you have this connected to your scope, it starts off at a base magnification of 1x, which for the lower magnification scopes, if you were using a 3x9, a 4x12 or something like that, it's not that big of a deal. But when I connect it to my 6x24 scope, you're starting off at a 7x magnification. So it can be problematic if you're using it for short range stuff, like if I'm using it for ratting. I wish it was a net zero magnification on its base, but if for some reason the PARD people they set it up so you're starting off at 1x. The buttons aren't great. Being a compact unit, I think, forget trying to operate the buttons on the unit with a glove on. And that being said, even if you don't have a glove on and you're using it at night, the buttons are very small, and in particular the record button. So when we're doing our ratting videos, we don't want to just let the unit run recording the entire 2 or 3 hours we're there, which so it would be nice to be able to, you turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off. Well, the reaction of the button, I don't know if it's in the software or the buttons themselves, but that is problematic. I can say comfortably that only 50% of the time, if I'm trying to utilize the record feature and trying to turn it on and off, the unit won't respond. It either will not turn the record on or it won't shut it off when I'm trying to utilize the buttons. Now maybe that's just my unit, but that's my experience with the one I've been using. My buddy that using his has had similar issues trying to turn it on and off multiple times in one setting. So that's not the greatest. It makes doing the footage, video footage, kind of a pain in the butt when you have to look through 3.5 hours of video footage to find usable pieces. So that's something to keep in mind. I would say, as far as bang for the buck goes, what's available out there, this really hits it out of the park. For about $500 US dollars, I don't see an add-on night vision unit that can hold a candle to what the PARD offers. I would give it a rating of probably 8 out of 10. If you're looking to get into night hunting, you want to have the flexibility of having night vision capabilities and using it on multiple different rifles. Ease of use, ease of setup, jumping back and forth, transporting it. You can take it off, pop it in your bag. There is so many positives that these units have. I'm completely comfortable saying that you wouldn't be disappointed using this. One of the other things I would like to mention that just popped into my head is when attaching it to an existing optic, it does push the overall length of your scope back probably about 4 inches. That is something that took some time for me to get used to. If you want to use that rifle with the regular scope, obviously you don't want to move the optic forward and back on the rail for your eye relief spot. So that was something that took some time to get used to, using it on a couple different rifles that were set up for daytime optics. That is something else to take into consideration, because now you're going to be, when you're looking through the rifle with this additional 4 inches of video equipment on there, it will be pushing you further back. And sometimes you can't quite get the right right head tilt, or it's definitely not comfortable. It's something you have to get used to. So that, I guess that would be something that would fall in the con category, but it's something to be aware of. So yeah, I've got some footage I'll throw up here for you guys. You can see me using it on a couple of different rifles, probably during some of my ratting sessions at the farm. Throw a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I will do another video. I have an ATN 4K Pro in 3x14. I will do a video review on that one, and I also have an El Cheapo Amazon one that I did on a Umerix Gauntlet build. I'll throw a video up for that as well. You guys can see that there are 3 different styles of IR units. The ATN being a committed scope setup, and the Amazon Cheapo one is an add-on unit with a screen. So we'll do a comparison video on all 3, and I'll do separate videos of the ATN and the Amazon one. You guys can check that out as well. So I'm going to wrap this one up. If you guys have any questions or comments, throw them down below. As always, like and subscribe, guys. If you find any value in what we're doing here on this channel, it helps us out. If you click that like button and subscribe, we really super appreciate it. And yeah, that'll do it for this one. All right, I'll take it easy, guys.